Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mike Miller coming to you live from Break Time Pub and Billiards here in Albany, Georgia. We're headed into the finals here of the Captain's Southwest Georgia Straight to Vegas tournament. We have SNB versus Sticks and Stones.
You doing all right? I made it down here.
Good to see you, John. Thanks for coming on down. All right, if you're on Facebook, we welcome you. If you're watching us later on YouTube, hit like and subscribe. And for SNB on the break, Stacy here. This is a race to 5. We'll alternate between 8 and 9 ball. Each team has 3 players. For SNB, we have Stacy, he's skill level 4. Brent, skill level 5. Nick, skill level 6. They'll have to play in that order for the entire match. And for Sticks and Stones, we have Brandon, skill level 4, Frankie, skill level 5, and Ryan is skill level 5. Right now, Stacy shooting for Sticks and for SNB, and he is on the stripes. And now in the black shirt, Brandon for Sticks and Stones. So far, Sticks and Stones is undefeated today. So, SNB is undefeated today. So Sticks and Stones will have to beat them twice in order to win the trip to Vegas. SNB only has to win one match here. And Stacy here on the 11 ball in the corner. And he's going to miss that. Match being played here on bar box diamond tables, similar to what they have out in Vegas. And Brandon here with solids. And the 2 ball doesn't want to go down. So the pockets are being a little bit stubborn here in this first game of the finals. And Brandon with all his solids except one on the left side of the table. And Stacy with all his stripes except one down on the right-hand side of the table. Actually, all of his stripes on the right-hand side of the table. An interesting separation here of the solids and stripes. And it looks like Brandon maybe trying a 3-ball combo here. 1-4-2. And he's going to miss that. And now Stacy looking at the 13 ball down the rail. And he's going to make that with a little help from the 6. No, it's going to get stopped up in the jaws. And these diamond tables can be a little bit tighter than what folks are used to on a regular bar box. And this time successful on the combo shot. And leaving another combo coming up for the, looks like the 1-7. Also an opportunity if he wanted to draw this back to make the 4. Needs to hit this soft to leave the 1 in the pocket. A nice, soft, slow roll, but it's just going to position up against the 7 and not go. And now Stacy looking at all his stripes down here on the other end of the table. And he gets that 13 no problem. And 10 up against the 11, but should go if he separates them here, and it does. I believe that's the 15 ball there that it was positioned against. Nice roll there on the 15. And now he's got a pretty good look at the 11 for either a bank into the side or cut into the side. And he's going to just put that into the front knuckle of the side pocket. And Brandon's going to go ahead and dispense with his 4 ball and go down there and take a little peek at it. Slow rolls it, goes off the rail, and comes right around for his next shot. He might try that combo. It looks like it will go. Close enough to the pocket. I know that the 7 is out just a tad. Should be close enough to the pocket if he doesn't hit it too hard, and it will go in. And now he's got 3 balls left. He does have the 6 back behind him here. Could cut the 3 and head down toward the 6 ball. Going to go ahead and go with the 1. That's going to bring him up table for the 3. And he's going to pull this back to try to get shape on the 6 ball. He gets in position. Looked like he was ready to go and then decided to pull up on it. Maybe a little bit worried about getting trapped behind that 8. And he bumps the 8 out of the way, and he will have a clear shot here on the 6. And Brandon with the 6 ball in. It's going to come off the rail. And clear look here at the 8 ball. And Brandon makes that 8 ball, and that's going to put Sticks and Stones up 1-0. This is the finals of the Straight to Vegas Captains Tournament here for Southwest Georgia APA. Race to 5. SNB is undefeated so far today, so Sticks and Stones with 1 loss will have to beat them twice to win the tournament, and SNB only has to have 1 win. Thanks to everybody who's on Facebook viewing. If you want to leave a comment, leave me a thumbs up, ask a question, feel free. I can see all your comments here right on my screen. And if you're watching this match later on YouTube, please hit the like and subscribe. My name's Mike Miller, and we're at Break Time Pub and Billiards here in Albany, Georgia. And now we're looking at the folks in the number 2 spot, which is going to be Brent. And Ryan. Ryan in the purple shirt is going to be representing Sticks and Stones. And he has the break here. And pockets a 2-ball on the break with a look at the 1. Ron looking at that 1 ball to the top right corner. And he's going to miss that just to the left, not quite enough cut. Yeah, when I talk about the table today, I'll talk about it from our perspective. For example, Brent is shooting top left. And a good shot there to get the 1 ball in. And cue ball is going to roll out behind the 4, leaving him in a kick shot for the 3. And he's going to miss that kick. You can see there Brent playing with a cast on his bridging hand, but he has been managing well today with it. And now Ron with ball in hand. I'm going to start his run here on the 3 ball. Maybe looking at a kill shot here on the 9. And it looks like he is lining this up for the kill shot combo, 3-9. Definitely a makeable shot with the 9-ball that close to the pocket. You always run the risk with a kill shot of missing it and leaving the 9 in the corner or in the pocket. And here we go. Nice stroke, but he misses it. Just catches a little bit too much of the 9 and kicks it out. And turns the table over to Brent on the 3 ball. And he has no problem with that one, the 4 side. And Brent's a quick shooter here. He's going to kick the 5 a little bit and line that up nicely for the side pocket here. And he'll probably just play a little bit of center ball on this and line it up perfect for the 6. Does need to make sure the cue ball gets out enough to see the 7 around the 8. He'll probably play a little draw here. He actually pinned it behind the 8 and missed the 6. So nothing really working too good on that one. And Ryan with the chance here to run these 4 out and put his team up 2-0 in these finals. And that would be a good thing because they have to beat SNB twice. And Ryan's going to make that 6 ball, leaving a good angle for the 7 and going down into the corner. And 7 balls going to go in the corner. The cue ball is going to want to naturally come toward the 9 and that other corner, what I call the scratch zone between those 2 diamonds on that side when you're shooting into that angle. Puts a lot of juice on it. It goes underneath the 9, doesn't make the 7. Brent quick to the table. And tries to smooth roll the 7 up there, but just catches the right hand rail little bit of a rare miss there for Brent, but he is a little handicapped today with that hand and the cast. But being a good sport about it and actually shooting pretty decent. And Ryan plays that nicely. 7-ball, doesn't worry about backspin or anything like that, just puts it off that side rail to come back out for his shape. If he hits this soft, cue ball is going to naturally go down into shape for the 9. Just doesn't want to get it too deep. Makes that's going to come back up and not going to really like that leave too much. The further it goes up table, the tighter the angle. Is a makeable 9 here to put his team up 2-0. He settles down into it. And a good shot there. Avoids the scratch, coming back the other way. Going to avoid the scratch there. And now Sticks and Stones up 2-0. And we're going into the number 3 spot here. For Sticks and Stones, we have Frankie. And for SNB, we have Nick. Courtesy fist bump there between the players, and Frankie's going to line up here on the break. Frankie with a slightly off center, 2 diamond in break. Going to go right out the 9-ball on a pop break. Nice break there. And Frankie with solids here. Oh no, I'm sorry, stripes, my mistake. And a nice back cut there. And cue ball rolling up behind the 4. And we'll see where he goes off this 12-ball shot for shape. Putting a lot of top spin on that coming out of the corner. And get some pretty decent action there to get the 9-ball out. Side cuts available, 9 corners available. A nice shot there, coming back. May have wanted that 12 side, but came back for the 11. He can play this into the corner and then try to get that 12 into the side, which he's looking at here. But then he still has to deal with getting on the 15, so he may choose to play the 15 and then draw it back off the rail to come back up for the 12 side. We'll see which way he goes. He's going to go to 11. Now he's positioned himself where he can choose either shot. The problem with the 12 side shot is difficult to get the shape, so I think he's going to go for the 15 here. Would have been better if it wasn't on the rail so he could get the action coming out, but he gets pretty good action here, so let's see how this ends up. He makes the 15, comes up, and just won't hit anything, but he can see 12 ball, his last remaining ball here, with a back cut to the side. Not sure how much the 5 is interfering with the shot. Looks like you might be looking at a cut bank here, so cutting it into the rail to try to bank it to the top right. And that's precisely what he's doing. And can't get anything to work out there, but Nick coming to the table with a lot of solids to deal with. And Nick goes for that 3 side and can't get it there. Does end up blocking Frankie's view of the 10 ball. Yeah, Frankie taking a look at trying to get the 10 off that rail. That's a really, really tough shot. Might be able to go 2 rails with it. And we'll see if he can get around there to it. It's a pretty tough shot. He's going to sit up on the table to put some spin on this, but a whole lot of right. And he spins it enough to get it over there to the 10. Beautiful shot there. Not a bad leave. Moved his ball a little closer to the pocket. And Nick needs to start dropping some solids here. He gets out 1 ball down, no problem. Going to have options here with the 3 or the 4. And he goes with the 3 and rolls that in, no problem. He's got the 4 ball up the rail here, but I'm not sure what he's going to play after that. Looks like he's going to go after the 5 side. 2-6 is the real problem right now he's facing. He could roll this down to try to get the 6 ball, but he goes with a stop shot. Going to clean up the 3 here. And goes for the 3, but scratches on the opposite side. And Frankie, good chance here to put his team up 3-0 if he can get this 10 ball and 8 ball down. He's probably going to try to cut this in and then bump the 2 out of the way so he has a shot on net. 8. Oh, the 8 pumps out, goes behind the 6. And so now he's looking at a kick shot, but could kick this into that side pocket. Not sure where he's going to mark it. Mark side. Really needs to worry about the leave here, but it is a makeable kick. There's the kick headed towards the side, doesn't quite get there. And 8 ball rolls out almost to the rail. He probably would have wanted that maybe to roll out a little bit further. And Nick put the pressure on if he can go ahead and get these 3 down. Got that one. And now he's got 6 ball down the rail, shooting away from the 8. I'll play bottom English, it looks like. Come back towards the side, could scratch. Ooh. Gets that knuckle and leaves him a good angle here to make the 8. And Nick puts that into the side rail knuckle. Tough shot there, tough break. And now Frankie getting a chance he thought he might not get to make that 8 ball. Off the rail, so the bank is in play. The cut is in play. He's going to go for the bank. Got to hit this with some speed. Lined up on it. And he's not going to get it. Doesn't scratch. He wants this 8 ball to come way down. And it's going to hold up. And it's going to leave Nick with a makeable cut here on the 8. He's going to make that no problem, and that's going to give SNB a point. And that's going to make our score 1-2. And now we go back up to the top of the order with Stacy and Brandon facing off in the 4th game here. Sticks and stones trying to win this one and force another one. Non-ball action now. And Brandon here on the 1 ball. Looks like he wants to go corner with it, but if he does, that scratch is a real possibility. He tries to cut, doesn't get it. Cue ball is going to come way down. And now Stacy's going to kick that 1 back over here towards the side. And that's not going to work out. With a big cluster down there, the 2, 4, 5, and 9 all together. And Brandon just trying to get things rolling here with the 1-2. Nice smooth stroke there by Brandon to make that 1 ball. Needs to make that 2 and get back out where he still has a chance on the 3. And he's going to try to break things up a bit there with the 5, 4, and 9. The 4 is not any really in a makeable spot. but could set up for a kill shot here with a carom off the 4 into the 9. And Brandon scratches there on the 3. That's going to give Stacy ball in hand here with a chance to maybe go for a kill shot. If you hit it from straight up the table from the left-hand side, probably could get it, but he's just going to go ahead and play the 4. Not going to try to speed things up at all or go for the kill shot. So that's okay. A little bit of conservative play. Misses the 4 ball. Brandon with the 4, can't get it to go, and it's going to just sit right down in there where Stacy can make it no problem, but cue ball is going to be going away from the 5 ball. And he bumps the 7 out of the way and has the 5 down the rail if he can get it. And good shot there. It just won't go, but comes back and makes, I believe that might have been the 6 that was in the pocket back there. Now gets the 5. Coming around. Wants us to come off that rail a little and line up the 7 for the side. Wants to get that 7 in and then come rail to rail. No, misses it by a long way. Going almost to the end rail, and now Brandon with a real good opportunity here. He can cut that 7 in. The 8's going to naturally come, the cue ball is going to naturally come back up table towards the 8. Just needs to play this not too hard. There we go, coming back up table. And he's going to have perfect shape on the 8. Go off that end rail, come back down table for the 9. Good shot there, but he's coming around to the other side of the 9. And that's going to make for a pretty tough shot. And he's right on top of it. Looks like he's going to go for the cut bank. Goes for the straight cut and makes it. Good cut there for Brandon to win that one. He's going to send his team up 1-3 in this race to 5, and Sticks and Stones determined to force another game with SNB in this 8-ball Sawega 8PA Captains Tournament, straight to Vegas Captains format. And our next matchup is going to be Brent and Ryan. I want to thank everybody who's watching on Facebook. If you're watching us later on YouTube, thank you as well. Sawega APA. My name's Mike Miller. I'm commentating today, and I really enjoy being here with everybody. this Captain's Straight to Vegas tournament. And we are in the finals here. Sticks and Stones can get to 5. They can force a final game against SMB. If SMB wins, they're going to Vegas. Ryan here with the dry break. And for SNB, got Brent with the cast on his hand, but still shooting pretty strong here today. And Brent's going to take stripes. And he's going to take care of the 12 ball. His last ball up here on this end of the table. And he can't get that one to go off the jaws of the pocket. Ryan taking his time picking out the shot here. And he's going to make that 3. I don't think that was the leave he was really hoping for, but he does have options here coming out of there. It looks like he's going to go with the 6 ball. Down the rail, and it's going to not go in. But 6 ball ends up close to the pocket. Probably going to live to shoot another day here. Brent with the 12. And 5 ball blocking up that 13. And Brent's just going to try to make the 5, get it out of the way, but it sticks in the pocket. And now Ryan with a look at, I believe that's the 7. And he's not going to take that one. It looks like he's rather take the 2. Ryan taking long looks at all his shots here. If you're with me on the live feed, thank you for being here. Give me a thumbs up or a comment. I can see everything here on my screen. Ryan with the 7. Going to make that no problem. Shawnee, thanks for the thumbs up. And the 2 ball will not go down. Good to know, good to know. Sticks and Stones is working hard to force a final game here. And Brent's going to Play the 12 out of there and going to make the 6. Yes, that's correct. My name is Mike Miller. And Ryan trying to get that down toward that corner where the 5 is. He may be able to shoot the 5 directly behind the 11 here. I'm not sure how much space is there. Not a lot. Would be risking a ball in hand probably to go after it. Probably going to go with this 1-up table and then maybe the 4 into the 2 balls into the corner to make the 5. Again, taking a long look at everything. And it looks like a timeout on this one, so Frankie's going to come over and give him a little consultation. You just tuned in on Facebook or you're on YouTube wondering what you're watching. This is the finals of the Captain's Straight to Vegas tournament for Southwest Georgia APA. And my name is Mike Miller. I'm doing the commentating today. And the tournament today is at Break Time Pub and Billiards here in Albany, Georgia. And Sticks and Stones has to beat SNB in 2 matches. Each match is a race to 5. And SNB only has to win 1 match because they are undefeated today. This is true double elimination. We had 3 teams today and 9 players total. And Ryan's going to come up out of his setup again on that one. This time he's down on it and looks like he's going to go for it. And he can't get the 1 after the timeout and consultation. And now Brent back to the table. And trying to bridge around that cast, but doing what he has to do to get it done for SNB today. Ryan pretty concerned with that 5 ball, but he has time. Still has the 1 to combo into it, so making the 4 here would not be a bad thing. It looks like he's going to maybe cut this back towards the side. And he's going to stand up on that. And now he's looking at top left corner. Sorry, bottom left. Misses that. Cue ball coming across. Thought it might hit the 4 and knock it in the side, but now Brent back to the table again. And he may want to go down the rail with that 10 ball, but I don't know if he can see it. Okay, he looks like he can. And can't slide that in and moves the 8 into the mix down here in the corner. And Ron back to the table here as the chess match develops a little more. Ryan pockets the 1 ball into the corner. And leaves himself a shot here where he could pocket the 4 in the side and the 5 in one shot. He could try to cut bank this and put the 4 down there into the mix. He makes it, misses everything in the corner. Cue ball still coming back down that way. And now not a lot of options here other than just fouling and putting the 5 in. Or handing the ball in hand to your opponent. Chances of getting a clean hit on the 5 from there are slim. So fouling is a high probability. You might as well just put it in. Clear that other ball out of there. Get the 8 cleared out. And leave your opponent with a tough run out. And Ryan's just going to hand that over to his opponent. I think I probably would have fouled and made the 5 ball. And Brent's going to try to clean up all his stripes before he even messes with that corner. He's going to put that one back into the corner, trying to make the 5 and can't. And makes a good defensive shot there. Not sure. It doesn't look like there's enough space, maybe for the cue ball to go behind the 9 off the end rail. Agreed, Nick. Welcome to the feed. And Ryan's going to hand it over to Brent again. And Brent has a chance to get the 11 in here. It's a risky combo shot. And he's just going to play defense again. And now definitely a good opportunity for Ryan. He should be able to make the 5 and clear everything out of that corner. Makes the 5, clears it out. 8 ball going up table. And he ends up with the cue ball near the 8. And he should have a makeable 8 ball here, which would put his team on the hill. And one game closer to forcing a final match between Sticks and Stones and S&B. Nice roll there. 8 ball catches the knuckles in and out. And now Brent's going to try to slide the 9 by the 8, and he does. He puts a lot of top right on that and brings it all the way back down. And he's got to try to bump that out. That's probably not going to work out too good for him. And now Ron with a chance to get the 8 ball here after all that back and forth. Strategy. Gets down on it. Choked up on the stick quite a bit. Nice smooth stroke. And that's going to go down. That's going to make our score Sticks and Stones 4, SNB 1. And that's going to put Sticks and Stones on the hill. And that's going to bring us down to the number 3 spot in the lineup here in the captain's format, which is going to be Frankie for Sticks and Stones and Nick for SNB. Next game up will be 9-ball. And we'll be right back with you in a minute with the break. And scratch on the break, and Nick looking at a kill shot here on the 2-9. And he's going to miss that. Was coming back towards the side as well. And Frankie may need to go bridge here and just straight down cut. Gonna have to get the bridge out of the way pretty quick. Good shot there on the 2. Almost comes back and catches the 9. Very close there. Three-ball cut misses. Nick straight on the 3-ball. Got to get back to shape for that 4-ball down on the rail. I'll play a bottom right draw here. And a nice shot there. Beautifully played. Now 4, he's playing a top right English to come off the rail. And the 6 is going to move a little. And then once again, we're looking at a possible kill shot on the 5-9. Misses that. 5 does contact the 9, but not straight on. And won't go in. And now Frankie's going to line up here with 5 to go to force a final match between these two teams and deal SMB their first loss for today. Misses that one. little bit too strong going into the corner. Off just a tad. And now Nick here wants to keep his team in it. They got to win 4 in a row. And he misses the 5. Cue ball rolls out enough. Frankie can see the 5. May go bank here or straight down the rail. We'll see. Straight down the rail misses. And cue ball rolls out almost behind the 7. I think he can see it. And Nick needs to take it a little easy on this one so it comes up nicely for the 6. It's going to run out some and make that angle a little tougher. Run this one bank shot to the corner. Not going to work out. And Frankie can see the 6, but not a lot of it. And Frankie kicks at the 6 and scratches. And now Nick. Good chance here for the 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like he's going to go corner. I would go side there with a little draw for the 7 in the side, but he's going to go corner. And time out here by Brent. Going to step in there and say, you sure about that plan? Yeah, it looks like he's going to come around and go side. Just play a little draw on that and not hit it hard. And you'll have that 7 right in the side. And again, another little draw shot for the 8 in the corner. And one more time for the 9, and you'll be out. And he plays that a little strong, coming towards the gonna scratch. And that's going to give Frankie the chance to end this match at 5-1 and force a final match for the trip to Vegas here in the Captain's Championship. And Frankie's going to make that one. It's going to make it 5-1. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes for the final match. We're going to keep this video going on this stream, so just stay tuned. We'll be right back, racking it up for the final match. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out. We are headed into the final match here. Same two teams going at it. We've had some good pool today. With Sticks and Stones winning that one and handing SNV a loss. Every team had at least one loss, so that's a good thing. It means we had a good even matchup here. If you're listening on Facebook or watching later on YouTube and you know somebody who wants to shoot pool in Albany, Georgia, or Blakely, Georgia, or Colquitt, Georgia, please get in touch with Mr. Teddy Waller, our league operator, and he can see what he can do to get you on a team or get your friend on a team. All right, here we go with the lag. Brandon on the left in the black. Stacy in the blue and white stripes. So Brandon with a foul there on his lag. And Stacy will have the break here. And starts with 8 ball. Race to 5. And whichever team of 3 people wins this will win a ticket to Vegas. Spot in Vegas for team captains. To play in this tournament, you had to have been a captain at least 2 sessions. And then from that pool of people, they formed their teams. Stacy here on the break. And he gets a ball on the break. I believe it was a stripe. My name's Mike Miller, commentating here for you today. Thanks for being here live, or thanks for watching later on YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe on YouTube. If you fast forwarded to here, please hit that like and subscribe. And Stacy with the missed shot there. And Brandon's going to get to work here on the solids. And Brandon goes for the 4-3 combo. I'm not sure if he was trying to go through there or going for the 4-3 combo, but can't put it down. And now Stacy's going to run the 12 ball down the rail here. Needs to get out of there and up table a little bit, and he does. He's got the 11 cut. .15 side here. Nice shot. And 13 side. Wants to come around probably for the 11. He's going to go cross table. Not a lot of options here. He's got a cut there. I believe that's the non-ball. A bit of a back cut to the top right corner. And puts a nice move on that one. Won't go in, but wow, what a shot that was. He's got that ball pretty much in the pocket. And good run there by Stacy, putting some pressure on Brandon here. And Stacy gets that one down. You got the 11 here. Nice shot there, coming around for the 8. In good shape. And if Stacy makes this, he will have held Brandon to nothing made. And we'll put his team up 1-0. League operator Teddy Waller on the scene to watch the shot. Stacy down on it. Needs a confident 8-ball here. Good shot. And that's down, and that's going to get our first blood here in the final match with S&B up 1-0. And now we move on to number 2 spot in the lineup, which is going to be Brent and Ryan. And Ron with the 9-ball rack here. Brent with the break. I believe Brent made the 5-ball there. No. Kicks out the 1, gets it, hits the 8. 4-ball down on the break. My mistake. Ron with a look at the 1-ball here. Might be able to bank it back into the bottom left corner. 2-ball hindering that a little bit. You're going to put some right-hand English on this. Got to hit it hard to get it to come out of there. Squeeze against that rail. And he hits it just a little bit long. A little bit more speed would have cut that angle some. And Brent on top of it. Going to try for the kick. Gets on the 1, but won't go in. And now back to Ryan. Ryan takes a long look at every shot. Brent's a fast shooter, jumps up on it and goes. Going for the tight back cut here. Strokes it, won't go in. And Brent quick to the table. He's got the natural cut on the 1. 8-ball was in the way, had to kick at it. Can't make contact, so Ryan with ball in hand here. And no kill shot opportunity with the 9 hanging out just below the dot. And a long way from the 1-ball. And Ron looking at every opportunity here to get some work done here in this 9-ball game. Wants to tie it up 1-1 in this finals match. And 1-ball is going to make it. Comes off the rail hard and scratches. And not sure what he was trying to do there. Maybe just too much speed coming back on that 2-ball. And Brent's going to go 2 to the side one-handed so he doesn't have to bridge with his cast. And 3 down the rail, can't make it. And now Ryan looking to go down the rail. Maybe looking at a bank. I'm not sure. Have a hard time getting in there on the bank shot. And non-ball is in the way. And he's lining up on the 3, but I think he's on the 1. Unless that's the 5 down there. That must be the 5. It is. Can't identify the ball correctly. 3 ball here. And non-ball towards the corner doesn't go. Unexpected kill shot there. And now Ryan looking at the 3 ball down the rail. And Ryan down on that 3. Bottom left corner. Gonna get that to go down. Ooh. Good shape now on the 5. Should be able to roll this right in and then have great shape on the 6. Just go round the table. Hit that maybe a little hard, but now he can cut the 6 back out into the corner. And the 7 should naturally go up. The cue ball should naturally go up table for the shot on the 7. Be a little bit careful here of the scratch all the way up the other end. Makes it no problem, but may get hung up behind the 8. If it runs too far, it does not. Put a lot of green between the cue ball and the 7 ball. And now he's going to take a close look at the 7, try to get it down the rail. 7's in. And just slides back over. Now he's got a long bank or cut shot here for the 8. Would be a bad time to scratch. Wants to make sure that he either makes it or leaves the cue ball in a tight spot. And he's looking at that cut almost from the dead middle of the table. Misses it, scratches. And now Brent with a good opportunity to put his team up 2-0 if he can get these 2 in. And Brent makes the 8 and runs the cue ball down nicely for the shot on the 9. And S&B is up 2-0 in this race to 5 finals. And this is captains straight to Vegas. Now we're at the number 3 spot in the lineup. That's going to be Nick and Frankie. Nick here with a straight on break. Doesn't get a lot of power in that and doesn't get a lot of scatter. Nothing goes down. Cue ball pinned in between the 2 and the 5. Looks like Frankie may just have to jack up on this and try to make the 5 in the bottom right corner. Frankie's going to call a timeout here. He's going to call Teddy Waller over to watch his shot. Question there. Makes the 5 ball. And now Frankie with solids. Going to go after the 6 underneath the 14. Makes that. Headed for the scratch. Catches the knuckle. Good shot there on the 4 ball. He's got a mess in the middle. He could peel the 1 ball out of there up to the corner and then maybe also clear out his 3 ball, but he just pushes the 1 out and gonna let his opponent go after something else here. Nick's going to look it over. He has a mess as well with everything in the middle. There's 3 stripes and 3 solids in the middle. And it looks like Nick's going to maybe break that up right now. He gets the 9 out of there and makes the 14 on a nice carom shot. Excuse me, he got the 13 out. Now he's shooting the 9. Top right corner, and he hits that a little bit too much cut into the rail. And Frankie with a look at the 1 ball here. Possibility of getting a little bit of a breakout off the end rail. 1 won't go. And Nick with an opportunity here to go ahead and make the 13. Be a little bit careful breaking up that cluster, even though he has a good chance here to break it up. The 8 ball is right there on the outside of it. He's going to line up on it. And he doesn't hit it too hard and gets it broke up a little bit. And pins the cue ball, basically leaving Frankie with a single shot at the ball he has in the corner pocket. And he may try to come straight back out and break this up a little bit. And he does just that. Good shot by Frankie there, not an easy shot by any means. And now he's looking 3 side cut or down the rail or possibly 2 top right corner. Sticks and Stones needs a win here to keep in this. They don't want to go down 3-0. Looks like Frankie's going to try to muddy the waters here with the 3 ball on a defensive shot. And Nick passing up on the 11, or the 15, excuse me, and going for the 11. Does not make it, but does throw a block up there. And now Frankie on the 7. Tries to go behind the 13, but hits it. 13's going to almost go in the side. And now the cluster is gone, and all the stripes are, except for 1, are up on the other end of the table. And Nick could knock these down pretty easy here. with everything right in the pockets. Close proximity. 11 ball really is only challenge. Excuse me, 15. Just above the dot. Looking at that side shot, looking at the dot shot on the 15, probably should go ahead and take care of that ball up in the corner, calls timeout. And Brent's going to come over. They're going to talk about it. And you probably want to clear off this end of the table. There's no point in leaving that ball up there. You could probably key off the 15 to make the 8. And he's going to go with the 10 here. That's probably the best play. Good coaching there. 10, he's coming around. And now he probably will take that side shot. Come up underneath the 15 to the other corner. Got to go. Oh, he's got it straight in the side. Got to get up to the middle of the table to get a good shot on that 8 ball. Needs it to go. Oh, you got the 9 still. My mistake. It's hard to tell that that was a stripe. He makes that no problem. Beautiful shape here for the 8. He's got the 7 ball protecting the scratch for the 8 corner cut to put S&B up 3-0. Good roll going that way. And that's going to be 3-0 for S&B. They only need 2 more games to win this thing and get a trip to Vegas, and Sticks and Stones need 5. Going back up to the top of the order, we're going to have Stacy and Brandon. If you're watching us later on YouTube and you fast forwarded here to get closer to the end, please hit the like and subscribe, and thanks for tuning in. A nice break there. Stacy with 2 on the break. Like the 1 and the 8. And he's got 2 ball, bottom right corner. Slides that in, cue ball coming down table. And it's going to get hung up behind the 9 for peek at the 3. Timeout called by Brent. Kill shot chance here if he doesn't hit that 3. And Stacy's going to just clear the non-ball out for the kill shot, but sort of just moved it to the other end of the table. Puts a little more cut on it. And now Brandon may go for the kill shot anyway. A natural cut there on the 9 if he can get the 3 into it. And And it looks like he's going to go ahead and try to play the match out. Definitely has good chance here of running it out with the 4 and the 5. Right near the pockets, a 7 middle of the table. If you get a good draw shot here, which he does. And 4 in the side's got to avoid the scratch with some bottom English. Nice shot there. Coming around, he's going to bump the 5. And that's going to make things a little difficult here on this next shot. And he likes these back cuts. He's made a couple already this tournament. Second guessing this one. Looks like he's going to go for it anyway. Yep, goes for the stop shot on the bank, and the 5 will not go in. Very, very close. Good shot there. And now Stacy will be able to come off that in rail nice and easy. It's going to naturally just filter down there towards the 6. A little bit too hard, but he can still get it down the rail. And you got 7 ball helping him with the scratch on the other side of the table. And 6 won't go. Sticks and Stones desperately need a win here. They do not want SMB to go on the hill. Nice shot there by Brandon to get the 6 down. And good leave on the 7. Going to go corner with the 7, and then 9 ball, same corner. And he kind of pops his head up for a second there. Doesn't like it. It's going to walk out of it. Take another long look at it. And Brandon back down on it. Hits the 9, trying to get through to the pocket. And here comes Nick. He's going to be excited about this one. Wants to get that 7-9 down. Excuse me, Stacy. And Stacy's right down on it. Should be able to make this and come right back up table a little. Nope, misses it, but puts the cue ball between the 9 and the 7. Had his lead perfect there if that 7 would have gone. And now Brandon faced with a really long kick shot. And do or die pretty much here. Got to make contact. An option would be to go off the bottom rail to the top rail and into the 7. But most likely he's just going to go with the end rail kick. Put some speed on it. Nice shot, headed that way. Going to make, no. But does hit it and leaves it lined up. Stacy should be able to make this 7, bring the cue ball right back down to line up with the 9. Looks like he's playing bottom English for a draw shot out of there and rattles it around inside the jaws. And takes a long look at that before he walks away. And he had good shape there on the 9, and now Brandon with a chance to get a win here for Sticks and Stones and keep SNB off the hill in this finals. Straight to Vegas, captain's match. And he's going to clear out the chalk. Slide in. Long reach. Doesn't want to hit this too hard. And he does. He powers it. Cue ball coming back down, looking at it, shaking his head. Now he's looking at a cut or a bank. Looks like he's maybe banking this. Bank shot on the way. Can't get there. Cue ball does not scratch. 9-ball rolling out. And he got a good rollout on that 9-ball past the first diamond. Very delicate top side shot. May go for the bottom right bank. It's lined up nicely for that shot here. And Stacy down on it. And he tries for the cut. It's a tight cut, can't put it in. And now Brandon with a chance. This could be what gets Sticks and Stones going again after their win in the semifinal match here where they had to beat them twice. Now they only have to beat them once. And can't get on the board here. And Brandon makes this, they'll be on the board. And Brandon with a nice cut there, puts the 9 in. That's going to give Sticks and Stones a point. Get them up on the board. Now we're going into the number 2 spot with Brent and Ryan. And Ryan will have the break here. He's going to break straight on. Between the diamonds, straight on to the 1 ball. And almost scratches but doesn't, and puts in a solid. And surveys the table for options for his next shot here on solids. And Ryan going with that 7 side. Rolls it down for the 3 in the corner. A little bit concerned over it, but should be able to still make it, no problem. Might need a bridge. He's going to reach up over, no problem. And get the 3 out of there. Almost skips the cue ball back into the same pocket. And not a lot of good choices here. And shoot that 1 ball. Hope it kicks out into the 6. Going down the rail. Pretty much his only option here. Make contact with that 1, try to make something happen. And 1 gets the 6. And he might end up with a nice leave here behind the 6. Looks like Brent does have a look. I believe that's the 11 ball. And that's not going to go. Eddie's going to leave Ryan straight in on the 1. And Ryan needs to get this one down and just come up table a little bit. I wouldn't be real fancy with it. Not a lot of options, even if he makes it. It's going to be hard to come out of there. And he comes up table a bit. Nice shot. Probably has a look at the 5 in the corner now. Should be able to see the 5 around the 6. And looking over there across the room, it does look like he can see the 5. He still likes that 4 ball a little bit, but I think he's going to go for the 5 here. And hits the 6 and then into the 5. Interesting shot there, almost made the 5. Good leave. And Brent looking at it, probably a cut on the 15 here. And tough for him to bridge over a ball with the cast. And Ryan with the chance here to make that 5 come around and have a good shot at the 6 in the side to break out the 4. And play a little top left, come around to this bottom rail. Oh, and he comes straight back down, hits the 6. He's going to be snookered. Caught up behind the 15 ball here. Going to be a tough shot here to hit anything. Probably going to come straight off the bottom rail. Not sure what he's lining up here. He should be able to come straight kick into the 6 here. And taking a long look at it. He's trying to come into the 4 from the end rail. And that is a tricky shot. And now he sees the 6 where he might be able to just do a straight kick at it. And he's going to try the shot, come between the 14 and the 8 into the 4. And see how that goes. Nope. Going to be ball in hand for Brent here. He's going to get to work on these stripes. And he can't get that 11 ball to go. I'll be right back with you in just a minute. Ryan settling into his shot now. Six ball up the rails, looking good. Won't go. Brent, no problem with the 11. Straight in here for the 9. Takes a look at the 14 to see if he's anything he can do with that. He thinks he can cut it in, so he's going to go for it. Goes for the bank, won't go. But leaves the 14 blocking the 6. And snookers Ryan. Not sure if that was his intention. If it was a great shot. He can see the 6. He could definitely kick off the rail and get it. Not sure he can make it without a masse or a kick of some kind. We are in the finals here. Straight to Vegas Captains Tournament. And we're playing Captains format, which is a race to 5. And kick shot here off the right side rail. In order to qualify for this tournament, you had to have been a captain for at least 2 sessions. And then out of that pool of people, they put their teams together. And Brent here, ball in hand. He's going to clean up these stripes down on this end. Coming up now for the 14. And making quick work of these. Misses the side shot here. Ron needs to make this 6, but it's the perfect angle to make the 6 and just come down the rail and have that shot at the 4. If you're watching on Facebook, thanks for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, maybe you fast forwarded to this point. All the matches from today were recorded and will be up on YouTube. This match will also be on YouTube when it's completed. Ryan here on the 6 ball. Just needs to barely touch it. Oh, not sure how deep that got. Can't see it from my seat here. But I don't know that he can shoot directly at the 4. The cue ball is definitely hooked. And that's preventing any shot at the 4 ball. So tough break there for Ryan. Now he's going to be kicking into an impossible kick here. He could come up from underneath it on a 2-rail kick. Going to go middle diamond here. Oh, and he just barely missed it. So close. And Brent with a good shot there on the 9. 2 more to go to put his team on the hill to go to Vegas. Makes that one with a nice draw back for a straight in 8-ball. And with that 8-ball, that's going to give SNB 4. Sticks and Stones 1. And SNB is on the hill. And next match is going to be Frankie and Nick. Nick here with the break-in 9-ball. 9-ball headed toward the corner. 1 ball goes down. And he made 2. Looks like the 3-ball also went down, the 1 and the 3, so he's shooting here at, no, yeah, shooting here at the 2. And no look at the 2, so he'll be kicking at it. He's going to call a timeout. Brent's going to come over and give him some advice. Could set up a kill shot here off a ball in hand. I think the only way he's going to be able to get in there is on a 2-rail kick. Yeah, that might get it going behind the 9. Let's see what happens. And he gets it. Nice shot there. Good hit. And a good leave. Frankie may go with a kill shot carom here. Frankie lining this up. And 9-ball won't go. Good effort there on the kill shot carom. And Nick peels the 2 off the rail on a bank attempt. Won't go. And now Frankie with a chance here to make a run. Two side. Cue ball coming back up table for the 4. Got the 4-ball in sights here. Plays a stop shot there for the 5. Five in the corner, nice shot there. A lot of green here for the 6, but a makeable cut. And off the jaws with the 6 won't go. 6 kisses off the cue ball and leaves an easy side shot here for Nick. Chance to draw it back over to the other side of the table for the angle on the 7. He may go corner. And Nick settles down into his shot. Looks like he's going to go corner with it. Does so, comes back, bumps the 9. Leaves a great shot here for the 7 to come up table for the 8. 7's down, cue ball back up table. Needs to go a little bit more for the 8 side shot. 2 more to go to win the tournament. Eight ball in, cue ball back over. Nick has got this straight on, 9 ball to win the tournament for SNB. Can't get it to go. 9 ball off the rail, cue ball headed to the side, won't go. And 9 ball lined up here for Frankie to keep Sticks and Stones alive. And Frankie down on that one, makes it no problem. Sticks and Stones 2. SNB 4. And Sticks and Stones stays alive. And we head to the next match back up to the top of the lineup with Stacy and Brandon. Be back with you in just a moment. So Mike Miller back with you here from break time in Albany, Georgia, Southwest Georgia APA. Coming to the end of the tournament here, we're up on a race to 5 captains format, captains tournament, straight to Vegas. SNB needs 1 more game. Sticks and Stones needs 3. Appreciate everybody watching live on Facebook. Feel free to comment, give me a thumbs up. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you have friends that aren't in APA who want to play pool, tell them about it. The more people we have, the more tournaments we have, the more fun we have. Just tell them to hit up Teddy Waller, league operator, and he'll see what he can do. If you want to play pool in Albany, Georgia, you want to play pool in Blakely, Georgia, you want to play pool in Colquitt, Georgia, or maybe even Bainbridge, Georgia. And working out, getting everything ready to go here for an 8-ball game between Stacy and Brandon. And here we go. Brandon with a scratch on the 8, or scratch on the break, excuse me. And Stacy will have this behind the head string, and the table will be open. And Stacy on stripes here, going for a 3-ball combo, and misses it just barely. Hangs in the pocket. Should have went down. And Brandon, look at this slide, this 7-ball into the bottom right corner. Maybe play a stop shot and come back on the 6. Rolls it a little bit, but he's got the 6 in his sights here if he wants it. Also has the 2 or the 4 coming out of there, but much harder shots. And he's going to take the 6 here, looking like he's lining up to put a lot of spin on this. And then just settles it down and makes it. Now he's looking at the 4, top right corner. Nice stroke there, pulls it back a little bit, and the 4 gets hung up in the pocket. And now Stacy looking at a down the rail cut, a side shot, a corner shot, many options here. Thank you, Shoni. You can always watch the end on Facebook once it's posted up, or on YouTube once it's posted up there. Thanks for watching. If you're looking for videos on YouTube, you just go to YouTube and search Sowega APA, all one word. And Brandon taking a long time here to make his decision of where he wants to go next. A couple different choices. And it looks like he's going to knock down 4-ball already in the corner. No stripes nearby, so probably not a bad choice. Use it to get shape on another shot. Going to come across trying to get shape on the 3-ball, or maybe knock the 10 in to free up the pocket. And now he's going to come up, bridging over top of that 10. He wants that 3-ball, top left corner. Almost gets it. Sticks in the corner. Now Stacy. He's got the 15-ball, but not sure it'll clear the 9. He could try the combo. He has the easy one in the 10. Could leave it up on the rail for the 9 here, straight down the rail. He's going to take another look at the 9. He's got to be careful. If it comes out too far, he's going to be the same boat he's in right now. Yeah. I think he's going to try to cut this ball in. No, plays defense, and the 13 goes to the rail. 8 ball gets tied up. Cue ball gets tied up behind the 8 ball. Brandon may be able to see the 5 ball in the middle of the table from there. But he's going to bridge over. And looks like he's maybe going to go for the 3 way down in the corner. And pulls up on it and thinks about it some more. Now back down on it. Headed that way, not going to get the 3. Not going to hit a solid at all. And we'll give Stacy ball in hand. And Stacy's going to dispense with the 15 from the middle of the table. And that's going to set up the combo shot on the 9-13 unless he decides to take the 12 instead, which is what he's looking at. He could just, if he draws the 12 back a little bit, he'll still have a shot at everything. Can even come off the end rail like that. Nice shot. Kind of far away for the combo. The 9 is going to have a hard time staying in the pocket, but it does. And Stacy looking good here to end this thing and win it for SNB. Coming out a little bit. He's got a good angle on the 10. He's just got to get on the 8 after this shot. Put the 8 in, and SNB will be the winners today in this captain straight to Vegas. Comes around table, hits 2 ball. 2 ball coming back, going to get in the way of the 8. And Stacy with a bad break there. He had the 8 straight in the corner. And now the 2 has made a mess of that. Brent comes over on the timeout. Would be a very difficult bank shot here. Likely only option here is to play defense. They're taking a long look at it. Looks like they're going to talk about a defensive play here, maybe try to put the cue ball on the end rail. And hope Brandon can't run these out. And pointing to the right side of the 8 ball, which would cause it to possibly go just up table a little bit, maybe just beyond the dot there. And cue ball to the rail. Got to make sure to get this to the rail after contact. Contact rail and 8 ball on the rail, so that's going to be ball in hand. No, excuse me, not ball in hand. It's going to be Brandon's shot here off the defense. And it looks like Brandon's going to start with that 3 ball maybe to get shape for the 1 or the 2. Brandon down on his shot. Gets the 3 with a bit of velocity coming off. Looks like he might touch the 1. It's going to sit. Almost sits on the 1, but he does have the 1 ball shot into the corner now. Did not make this easy on himself with that last shot. And nice shot there. Got to get the 2 to the corner. Even if he doesn't make it, he has to get it to stick in that corner. He might play a bank here, but the shot here is going to play defense here. And he's leaving Nick with a makeable bank here into the side. Stacy with the makeable bank into the side. Good defense by Brandon. Stacy's going to mark bottom right corner, going to go over top of the 8 ball. Got to cut this a lot. Got to let the cue ball go. And makes a lot of contact there with the 2 ball off the 8 after it hits. And now Brandon with the 2 ball cut. Definitely a makeable cut or bank, however he wants to go for it. I would cut it. And if he cuts it nice and soft, he should be able to get that 8 ball straight in top right corner. He may want to go all the way around though and go bottom right corner. It's hard to hit that really soft. And he's going to call a timeout. Frankie coming over to render assistance. They got to do all they can trying to stay in it. Got to win 3 in a row. Brandon down on it. Bank shot, makes it, kicks the 8 towards the pocket. Great shot there by Brandon. Looking for an 8 ball make right here. Get his team one step closer to winning today. Coming from behind, working the comeback. Brandon with the 8 ball shot in the corner, gets another point for his team. Sticks and stones. Our score now, SMB 4 on the hill, they need 1. Sticks and stones 3, they need 2. Going to the number 2 spot in the lineup. We have Brent and Ryan. In 9 ball. Turning out to be a great finals here. It's Mike Miller coming to you live from Break Time Pub and Billiards here in Albany, Georgia. The Sawega APA Captains Straight to Vegas tournament. Coming down to the end here with only a few more games possible. SNB 1 to win, Sticks and Stones 2 to win. Had to be a captain in APA for at least 2 sessions, and then from that pool, the folks made up their teams. Sticks and Stones with players that shoot out of this bar here. Break time. And SNB shoots out of both Blakely, Georgia and Colquitt, Georgia. 9 ball headed towards the side, almost goes in. And Ryan does get a ball on the break there. Let's see, he gets the 7 ball. He's got to look at the 1. 2 looks good. 3, makeable. Very runnable rack here. Ryan's got to be careful not to come too far over and get hung up. Shoots that ball. It's coming over. Holds up nicely for it. Angle on the 2. Ryan, very methodical. Takes long looks at all of his shots. And Brent, his opponent, very fast. Opposites here in their style. Ryan misses that 2 ball. And it's going to leave Brent straight in, and you'll see him come to the table quickly. Cast on the hand. Going to make that. Got a good look at the 3 here. Kicks it out a little. He'll have a look at the 4. Powers the 3 towards the corner, won't go. And now Ryan looking at a bank shot possibly here to the 3 in the bottom right corner. Also an opportunity here to possibly play defense if he chooses. Ryan taking a long look. Down on it. Looks like a defensive play possibly. Going with the defensive shot. And Brent may be able to see just the edge of the 3. He's down on it quick. Goes for the bank. Won't go. Just rattled around in there. Jaws. It was a good, smooth stroke. Just couldn't get it down. Ryan here just needs to come back up table for the 4. Little right hand English. And he kicks it out to the left. Got to get around that 8 ball to clear for the 4. It's going to be close. He could have played that shot soft with some right and come straight back up. And looking maybe to kick it. Ryan gets a good piece of the 4, but cannot get it to go bottom right. And Brent, quick to the table, drops the 4. He's got the 5 non-kill shot to win it all, to go to Vegas. Lines it up, misses it. Cue ball headed towards the corner, does not go. 5 ball all the way down the other end. Ron could see the 5 for the cut down the rail. He's going to walk all the way down to take a look. Ron down into the shot now. Catches too much of the 5. 5 into the rail. Brent quick to the table, looking same pocket. Less of a cut necessary. He can't make it. 8-ball headed towards the side is going to get in the way of the cue ball, but the cue ball is going to sneak out for Ron to have a look at the 5 here to top bottom left corner. And Ron shouldn't have any problem getting around the 8 and shooting this ball. And he's down in it. He's going to make the 5. Coming up table for the 6. Wants the cue ball to run. He's got a good angle there to make the 6 down the rail. Cue ball is going to naturally come back up table. Needs to get above the 8 for the cut. Into the side. And Ryan overcuts the ball. Gonna leave Brent easy 6-ball shot here. He's gonna come around table for the 8. Almost scratches but doesn't. Gonna go 8 corner. Oh, tries to cut the 8 back to the side. Can't get it there. And now Ryan with the 8 down the rail. Long shot here, 8 off the rail. And Ryan stands just off the corner of the table, staring down the shot. Again, stands staring from the corner. Still standing. Ryan down in his shot, misses it. Cue ball coming back towards the corner. Brent quick to the shot. Plays a little defense there, just barely kissing the 8 out. Ryan with a makeable bank or cut here. Ryan staring down the ball. Definitely a makeable 8-ball bank to the side where he's standing. Definitely makeable back cut on the 8. And Ryan walks around, stares at it some more to get another angle. And now a timeout. Frankie comes out and they're going to talk about it. Ryan's still looking at it, digesting what Frankie told him. Ryan down in the shot. Goes for the bank. Headed toward the corner. Might drop. Holds up right in the corner and does not drop. I believe he was going side, but almost got it home in the corner. Brent, quick to the table. Going to go with the shot here on the 8. Makes it. Coming around for the 9-ball. 9-ball shot here for the win. And that's it. SNB will win the match. Straight to Vegas. Good match today. All teams suffered at least one loss. 3 teams in it, 9 players. Brent making the 9-ball there to send his team to the finals. To Vegas, excuse me. If you're watching on Facebook, thank you so much for sticking with me all this time. If you're watching this later on YouTube, hope you enjoyed the match. Be sure to like and subscribe. My name's Mike Miller, commentating here for Southwest Georgia APA. Want to thank Break Time Billiards, Pub and Billiards here in Albany, Georgia. Want to thank Mr. Teddy Waller, our league operator, for making all this possible. Great matches today. I'm signing off. Everybody have a great evening. And keep shooting, keep playing pool.